The discovery was one of those moments that sears itself into a nation's consciousness, a horror so profound it feels both personal and collective. In the dense, vibrant chaos of Huruma, Nairobi, the ordinary act of a police stop unspooled into a nightmare. There stood John Kiama Wambua, 29 years old, with a backpack. And inside that bag, not books or a change of clothes, but the dismembered remains of his wife, 19-year-old Joy Fridah Munani. His admission was not a cry of anguish or a burst of madness. It was calm, a flat, terrifying acknowledgement that the person he vowed to cherish was now reduced to pieces he carried on his back. The brutality of the act was matched only by its intimate betrayal. Welcome back to True Crime Stories, Kenya. We are left, then, not with a statistic, but with a ghost. A young woman on the cusp of a life, whose story was violently rewritten by the man who should have been her sanctuary. What secret, what perceived slight, what warped justification could ever rationalize such an ending? There is no answer that can hold weight in the face of such a loss. Her death is a void, a question mark etched in pain. Yet, this story, for all its singular horror, is not unique. It is a stark, bloody thread in a darker tapestry being woven across Kenya. It is the story of young women whose laughter is silenced by hands that claim to love them, of futures promised and then stolen in moments of rage and entitlement. Joy's name now joins a grim chorus that has grown too loud to ignore. The government, pressed against the wall by public fury and grief, has been forced to name this crisis. Gender-based violence is now a national security threat. There are promises of new units, task forces, and measures. But for a family bearing their daughter, for a community reeling from the shock, these promises can sound like echoes in a canyon distant, hollow, and far too late. And so, the people have taken to the streets. The air fills with a powerful, aching chant. Stop killing us. It is a demand born not of abstract outrage, but of visceral fear and profound loss. It is the sound of a society pleading with itself to wake up, to intervene, to value a woman's life as This is more than a true crime story. It is a reflection in a broken mirror. The story of Joy and John is a story about a societal sickness that allows such hatred to fester, about the conversations we avoid, and the cultural norms we excuse. It is about our collective failure to protect our sisters, our daughters, our friends. Joy was all of these things. A daughter, a sister, a friend. She had a mind that dreamed, a heart that loved, and a future that was hers to claim. That future was erased with a violence that is impossible to comprehend. The question that now hangs in the air, heavy and unavoidable, is what happens next. Will this be another headline that fades? Another case file that gathers dust? Or will it be the catalyst that finally sparks the deep, uncomfortable, and essential change we so desperately need? The truth is, until we confront the rot at the root, until we demand real justice, foster true accountability, and undertake a deep cultural reckoning, the tragedies will continue, and more names will be added to the list.